Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
All of our guests today, including Chris Tanev of the Dallas Stars, standing by. Brought to you by our title sponsor, Able Auctions, ableauctions.ca. Chris and the Stars at Rogers Arena on Thursday to take on the Canucks. Chris moved to the Stars from the Calgary Flames February 28th. Of course, he spent his first 10 NHL seasons right here in Vancouver with the Canucks. And Chris joins us now in the wake of the Stars' 6-3 win over the Sharks yesterday. Hey, Chris, thanks so much for doing this, sir. How are you?
Good. How you guys doing?
Very well. Fifth straight win for the Stars last night. First place in the Central, first place in the West. What's going right for your new team, Chris? What do you see?
Yeah, just a really deep team, tons of good players. Everyone buys into how we need to play, and 4 lines, 2 pairs, and 2 really good goalies.
What was your reaction to getting dealt from Calgary to Dallas, Chris?
Well, it's always a shock when it happens. I mean, I've never been traded, so definitely a shock at first. But then obviously you start to get excited and realize that you're going to a really good team, and just want to try to get there and help in any way you can.
As you fit in with the Stars, where's your game at right now, Chris? At age 34.
Good. I feel like I've been playing quite well. Last night I was not very good at all, but otherwise been playing well, I think, and just trying to get used to everything, and just sort of jump in and try to help this team win. I mean, we're a really deep team, as I said, with tons of firepower, a lot of guys who can score. So just trying to break pucks out, get pucks up to the forwards, and get up in the rush when you can.
Hey, Chris, you played in 2 Canadian markets, Vancouver and Calgary. You know everything that comes with the Canadian markets. Now you go to Dallas. What's it been like there? What kind of hockey market is it there, and how are you adjusting?
Yeah, no, it's been great. Fans are awesome. Rinks really fun to play in. Loud fans, they're engaged the whole time. So I mean, we in Calgary we played in playoffs there 2 years ago, so I knew how rocking that rink can get, and how into it the fans can get, which is awesome. It's fun to play in a place where it's loud and people are enjoying themselves. Media wise, obviously, it's definitely toned down from the teams I've played in the past, but it's been great so far.
Hey, Chris, Brock Boeser went on a podcast and said, Chris Tanev is like a dad to us when he was here. We heard guys like Quinn Hughes basically went to management and said, hey, go get Tanev. What does it make you feel like when you hear stories like that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Brock and Quinn I'm super close with and still talk to quite a bit. So, I mean, they're extremely good players and good people, and I'm glad that they think of me that way, for sure. I mean, I always try to help my teammates in any way I can, and on and off the ice. So it's definitely humbling to hear that stuff.
Chris, I know you're not surprised, but Quinn Hughes having an unbelievable season. I mean, if everything goes well for him, he could get 90 points. He's going to be up for the Norris. It doesn't surprise you, does it, he's having the kind of year he is?
No, not at all. I mean, I think everyone knows how good Quinn is. Has the puck all game, controls the game. Obviously, super dynamic player, and it seems like he's shooting the puck a lot more this year too, which has been good. So I mean, I obviously knew how good he was from the first time we played together. So I mean, zero surprise at all that he keeps taking his game to a new level every year.
Hey, Chris, the Canucks were one of the teams that tried to get you at the deadline. If you hit July 1st, I will not be shocked if they try to get you again. If you do go to July 1st, would Vancouver be a team that you would think about?
Honestly, right now I'm just focused on being a Dallas Star and try to help this team win. We have a a great group. We're playing well right now, and that's my only goal right now.
Is that tough to do, Chris, as a couple of guys who aren't in the National Hockey League? Is that tough to do, to focus on hockey when you have such a big decision just around the corner?
I mean, you think about it a bit, but I mean, you try to live in the moment and be present and enjoy playing hockey. And I'm having a great so far in Dallas. So as I said, the team's incredible from on and off the ice, how they've treated me. So it's been quite easy to adjust to everything. So I'm very thankful for that.
What's it like for you stepping into Rogers Arena these days? Is it all business?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Big game. It's going to be a huge game tomorrow, right? Important points for both teams, so I'm sure both teams will be ready.
Nobody blocks more shots, takes more hits than you, Chris. How's your health these days? How's the body?
Oh, feeling good, man. So, feeling good, ready to, as I said, we got a huge game tomorrow against a good team. I think going to be a battle for sure, so I'm excited for that.
Chris, thanks so much for this. We'll talk to you soon. Appreciate it. All the best.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Chris Tanev wearing the number 3 for the Dallas Stars, and hey, and he'd be open to anybody making him an offer, but sounds like he'd be open to coming back to Vancouver.
I think he would be, and I'm going to tell you something else. The amount of teams after him at the deadline, Donnie, was amazing. You look at Ottawa. They weren't even in the playoff mix. They got permission to talk to his agent, and I believe they made him an offer. Teams like Ottawa were looking at him for culture. This is one of the best pros on and off the ice in the national. His respect level in the National Hockey League is through the roof.
Yeah,
it's through the roof.
Yeah, just earlier this season, I can't remember who it was against, blocking a shot with his face, going to the dressing room, literally blocking a shot with his face.
He did in Calgary.
Going to the dressing room and coming back. I know it sounds old school to, to talk about how great that is, but players, teammates, they love that sort of thing.
Love them.
And I know you can't measure it, but it means a lot, and that's why. Chris Tanev is highly sought after. The Leafs were after him too.
Multiple teams, and I know he's politically correct in saying he didn't want to talk about July 1st, but I do know he loves Vancouver. He's got some really good friends here. Obviously, he just told you he's very tight with Boeser and Hughes and others in the dressing room as well. Vancouver will be. On July 1st, a possibility for sure.
But he mentioned, I think, 3 or 4 times there about how important tomorrow's game is.
Oh!
It's 1 versus 2 at this point in the National Hockey League Western Conference, and who would have guessed that a few months ago?
You remember him blocking that shot in Winnipeg with the Canucks and on his knees trying to get off the ice? He's got to write a book someday about his injuries and how he played through pain. And you remember the playoff series with Edmonton a couple of years ago, Donnie? The laundry list of injuries he had was unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Yep.